That's right, guys. The new MTSU parking system was supposed to make things easy for students. But for students who might be colorblind, telling the difference between green and red isn't so simple. For MTSU senior Patrick Geenan, parking is no simple task.
That does not look red to me at all.
What about the screen up here?
Nope, looks like brown to me.
Patrick suffers from dichromacy, a form of color blindness that makes the color red and green almost impossible to identify.
I never move my car because, one, I live on campus, and two, I don't know what color I'm supposed to be looking for.
With commuter students using a green pass and campus residents using a red pass, a student with color blindness could potentially not be able to tell the difference and get a parking ticket based off a disability they can't control. That reality is concerning for the Disability and Access Center's director.
We're an advocate for accessibility, and this is an accessibility issue.
Dr. Alexis says disabilities like colorblindness can also be considered protected in the Americans with Disabilities Act.
In this case, what we're primarily looking at is a functional limitation. So in certain environments, then absolutely it would be considered a disability and therefore protected by the ADA.
Making MTSU liable if any colorblind student decided to sue. So we set up an interview with Assistant Vice President for Transportation, Ron Malone, who was surprised when we brought up what we found.
It sounds to me as if it would be a very legitimate issue and a very legitimate concern for someone who is dealing with color blindness.
Malone mentioned a few scenarios of what could be done over the long term.
You could also use some type of a striping system so that, or if they're diagonal stripes, that lets you know that it is a green decal.
But for now, provides this advice.
I think, you know, we are talking about college students here. So one of the things that we would want to do is if an individual had a question about where they would be allowed to park or what would be a preferable parking location for them, would be to, of course, contact the parking service office.
Advice that doesn't sit well with the student it actually affects.
No, because we pay the tuition. That's not our job. That's not our job to call your phones and ask for your help. You should be helping us.
Now, as you just saw, Director of Parking Services Ron Malone did admit that there is a problem. However, there isn't a plan in place just yet to fix it. Reporting from campus tonight, Chris Davis, MT10 News.